2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and thanks for joining us on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith as we get ready for this very special broadcast of the NBA. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Charlotte Hornets. Taking a look at the Hornets, they dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. Well, you talk about a player who needed a few years to adjust to the NBA. Kemba Walker has gone from solid to great in short order. He's really taken his team to the next level as well.
Yeah, he's improved his shot at every distance. His ball handling is wizardry. And wizardry.
Wizardry?
It was wizardry.
How do you spell wizardry?
Well, it's kind of like wizardry with the saying it incorrectly.
With a G in it.
Yeah, but his scoring efficiency has really probably been his biggest asset.
Not only that, he plays to his strengths on the offensive side of the ball. And Kenny, I hate to disrespect you, I think he's the best guard coming out of New York. Hope you're not mad at me.
Well, Tiny Archibald would be. Or Lenny Wilkins would be.
Who they play for?
Oh, they would.
No, they were Hall of Famers.
Oh, I never knew that.
All right. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
But I'll give it to Kemba.
The view of downtown Detroit is seen from the riverfront on a beautiful day here in the Motor City. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. We're in the Motor City as the Detroit Pistons plan to take advantage of home court, going up against a capable opponent. But you see their confidence. This one they feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and show they're the better team.
Yeah, and I think they feel confident about this matchup. They had the advantage first time round, and we'll see what adjustments come from the other side.
I think they might make a few changes, but honestly, I think they're a confident bunch, and they'll go mostly with the same approach they had last game.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines, and we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Stan Van Gundy has coached the likes of Alonzo Mourning, Shaquille O'Neal, and Dwight Howard. But he said, as a rebounder, Andre Drummond is as good as anybody, if not the best that I've ever been around. He just goes out and gets the ball. Drummond said, it's just a will. The will to get the ball most people won't jump for. I just put myself out there. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. And Drummond is just a hulk of a man. He's really the backbone of this team. And at this point of the season, Steve, most players have a defined role in what they're expected to do from the coaching staff. Just how important is that to have for players in the NBA to have a roadmap to follow and stay between the lines?
It's extremely important. Reason why is you want to know what a guy's going to bring you night in and night out. And obviously, throughout the game and throughout the season and in playoffs, you have some injuries. Guys' roles change. But when everybody's on the same page and doing their job, and that's a big, I could say, quote in the NBA, do your job and good things happen.
Yep. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. The forwards are Kid Gilchrist and Kaminsky. Walker and Batum teaming up in the backcourt, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5 down low. Now here's Griffin. Drains the three-pointer. Griffin's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Blake Griffin showing us the 3 ball.
Walker the pass to Hernan Gomez. He kicks it to Batum. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
Jackson kicks to Johnson. Pass to Griffin. Had the space there, but it's offline. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Kid Gilchrist. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Kid Gilchrist has got his first 2 points. Griffin a screen on Walker. Oh, Griffin in position. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. The 3. Walker's shot is off. Hornets on defense now. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, in a game where offensively they were about as inconsistent as you're ever going to see them.
Definitely an outlier game for them. They are usually much more in control of themselves compared to that match.
Just 5 to shoot. It's good.
Nice screen by Blake Griffin. There's no way you can get around him.
For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Walker the pass to Hernan Gomez. Nobody near Kid Gilchrist. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Now the Pistons with it. They trail by 1. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Well, we have to give credit to the coaching staff. Terrific offensive strategy. Got them some great looks.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Now here's Walker. 17 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Pick by Griffin. Jackson dishes to Griffin. Shoots over Walker. That shot by Griffin, no good. The Hornets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And Walker kicks to Kaminsky. Outside, Walker. He dishes it to Batum. Pass to Kaminsky. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Off on the layup. Griffin passes to Jackson. Back to Griffin. Robinson against Batum. Drummond in the post. Just 4 to shoot. There's Jackson with the 3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
The league leader in offensive rebounds on multiple occasions. Drummond doing it again.
There's the pick. Here's Walker. Banked in off the glass. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game. An uncontested look from mid-range. He typically drains that one.
And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. The second effort outside for Batum. Second shot opportunity. The shot no good. And it's Detroit the other way. There's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Detroit shooting their first free throws of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And that one falls for Robinson. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And last season, the final season for the Pistons, Smitty, playing at the Palace of Auburn Hills, as much as you love the new arena, it's always sad to say goodbye to an old friend. What was it like playing at the Palace of Auburn Hills, Steve, when you were in the game?
You know, I loved it because I'm from Detroit, the hometown, and those guys had that place rocking. It was state of the art when they first built it. But if you look right now, is because I'm a Detroit native, they're playing inside of Detroit. The pass is the pass, but it was a great pass.
Here's Walker. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot. Walker dishes to Kid Gilchrist. No good that time. Good D by Johnson. There's the pass to Jackson. Back to Johnson. In the corner, it's Robinson. And the 3 off target. Hornets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. A shot by Batum, no good. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. The Pistons trailing. Jackson with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Lobbed up there for Drummond. The Hornets pull it in.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Knocked away. Batum. Rebound, Detroit. Griffin's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Deep 2 from Robinson. Robinson missing again. Here's Charlotte now. Now Walker. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Outside Griffin. Here's Johnson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
For Charlotte, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. They set the pick. Here's Batum. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
On the wing, Jackson. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Charlotte in the lead. And Batum kicks to Walker. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. He feeds it to Griffin. Johnson against Kid Gilchrist. Drummond sets the screen for Robinson. Another shot in deep. Drummond drops it in.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
I'm loving this one. It's been back and forth with these lead changes. It's probably going to just come down to who has the ball last.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Do you see the frame on Andre Drummond? Easy for me to see why he can shed off so many defenders inside. He's incredibly strong. Hard to stop when he gets near the rim.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. And some changes here for the Hornets. Charlotte trailing. And the strength of Andre Drummond, you talked about it, Steve. It's not just upper body, but lower body as well. He can open up a lot of space if he gets the ball down low.
You know, once he gets it in the paint, there's nothing you can do. His footwork off the block is coming along well. It's a process for him to refine his moves.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Bullock. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago. Feeds it to Galloway. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
And that one's good. Parker.
Well-timed play. Parker sets up ready to catch and fire, and the pass is on point.
Here is Calderon. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Chicago. Dishes it to Lure. Out to the right wing. He had stolen by Lamb. Here's Monk, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I tell you what, he's tenacious on the drive, isn't he? I mean, Monk constantly looking to get to the free throw line.
It's his first trip to the line.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Roof shots.
And the first one drops.
And maybe not as highly touted as some other guards that went before him, but Malik Monk can be scary on the floor. He can get hot like no other, and once he's dialed in, the points just seem to flow.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Greg, as you said, Monk has that ability to take over with his shooting.
I mean, Monk looks to get going with his scoring at all times, and he's just got that shooter's mentality where all shots are good shots. That can be a positive and a negative, but I prefer he have that aggressive mentality when it comes to scoring the basketball.
And then Monk with the jam.
And how about Monk there? You better get in front of him when he's in attack mode. If you allow him to get to that launching pad, it is too little, too late.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Calderon. After the basket by Charlotte. Passes it to Galloway. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 5 to shoot. Lure the screen. Here's Bullock. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Williams' shot is off.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
1:56 left in the first quarter. Calderon kicks to Galloway. Picked by Pachulia. Will it go? And it's denied. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Lamb leading the charge. Parker dishes to Lamb. Back to Parker. Now here's Lamb. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Calderon against Parker. Calderon kicks to Galloway to the wing right side. Here's Bullock. That one wide left. Charlotte leading by 8. Down low. Here's Williams. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Detroit's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Calderon with it. He's picked up by Lamb. Bullock. No good on the triple. Well, the Hornets shooting pretty efficiently out there. A decent 48% in the first quarter. Here's Monk. Knocks down the 3 ball. Monk's got 7.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Bullock. Back to Calderon. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. And there's the call on Pachulia. That is his first foul of the game. Charlotte's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Over in the corner, Williams. Williams missing again. Pistons trail by 11. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Calderon. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's a good screen. Lure the screen. Here's Bullock. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. Just play like you're playing street ball. Just have fun. Just play the game that you've been playing, forever.
Infectious enthusiasm. You see it every time he steps on the floor. Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. And a comfortable margin for the Hornets here, guys.
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
You know, sometimes gambling gets you in trouble, but in that first quarter, it was just the opposite.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Charlotte, we've got Jeremy Lamb, Cody Zeller out there with Marvin Williams. Then there's Parker, and it's Monk in at the shooting guard. The first one falls.
Getting there up in age, we know Tony Parker was the Spurs' top scorer for half a decade from 2011 on. Their offense was built around his slashing ability.
And Parker drops them both.
Popovich has done a great job of developing Tony Parker's entire game, and you're seeing it right now at the free throw line.
Lure the screen. Galloway kicks to Calderon. Here's Bullock, covered by Lamb. Shot clock at 5. Floats one up, and it's Bullock missing. And guard Tony Parker, now 35 years of age, bound one day for the Hall of Fame. Last season, the lowest minutes average of his career, around 25 minutes a game.
Yeah, his game has always been based on quickness. He's lost his step, and it's been challenging. But he studied John Stockton, Jason Kidd, and Nash to see how they remained effective.
And Smitty, you retired back in what, 2005? Do you still get a chance to play pickup from time to time?
You know, we play pickup, Kevin. Yes, in 2005, I retired. Some guys I get a chance to play with in Atlanta, Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Charles Oakley, Tony Delk. So we have a great group. Other than that, we're real old and have gray hair. But now it's got uglier and uglier. We play about 1 or 2 games, and we let our kids pick up the rest.
Smitty, I can see maybe speed and quickness going because of age, but I bet the shot is always still pretty much there, correct?
The shot is still there, and the fouling has gone up to another level.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And Marvin Williams, for a long while, had been viewed as a tweener. You know, a player who is stuck somewhere, Greg, between the small and power forward positions.
Yeah, and for a lot of players, that is plenty to get you minutes. I mean, Williams has improved on his defense here later in his career, and he shot more threes, and it's really become a weapon for him over the course of his career.
And that one falls for Williams. And Williams drops them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Galloway, the pass to Lure. Calderon up top. The feed now to Galloway. Softly drops in the floater.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Charlotte leading by 10. Zeller, a screen on Calderon. And that one's good. Parker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Sneaking inside, converting the high percentage look. Something Parker does well.
Calderon kicks to Lure. Here's Bullock, covered by Lamb. The baseline J. Here's Pachulia, rebounded by Lamb. Lamb's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Takes the 13-footer. Monk kicks to Zeller. And a wide open look for Lamb. But they get it back. They shoot again and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Oh, easy put back. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
The Hornets have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for the Pistons. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Kid Gilchrist is checked in.
One shot.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Now here's Calderon. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Galloway dishes to Johnson. Back to Galloway. Lure the pass to Pachulia. Lure the screen. Here's Galloway. Zeller grabs the board.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Parker kicks to Monk. It's deflected, and that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. And a different look here for the Pistons. Andre Drummond's checked in for Pachulia. Griffin comes in for John Lure. Robinson's checked in for Langston Galloway. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Jose Calderon. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Cody Zeller. Kaminsky comes in for Marvin Williams. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Monk. And it's Kemba Walker in for Tony Parker. Now Jackson. Following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. Jackson kicks to Griffin. Drummond a screen. Off the pick. Griffin at that jam.
Nice.
I mean, just beautiful.
I totally agree.
Oh, my word. I shouldn't be amazed anymore when Griffin pulls off a dunk like that, but I always seem to be. The man has some unreal moves above the rim.
Detroit shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
Shooting one.
Smitty still the most electrifying play in the game, the slam dunk. For your money, who are the more phenomenal dunkers right now in the league?
Zach LaVine is at top of my list.
High flyer, you're right.
LeBron James, Aaron Gordon, those guys.
Antetokounmpo.
Yes. I mean, you talk about guys that are trying stuff that guys don't try in games. Those guys, Russell Westbrook, love to see more of these guys in the dunk contest. But Zach LaVine right now is the top of my list.
Yeah, he is. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Pistons.
And they haven't been able to exploit the three from the corner. Maybe some better ball movement would help open the floor and get that shot into their arsenal.
Batum, good.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Walker against Jackson. At the elbow, Griffin. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two. One of the most impressive things about Blake Griffin is, Greg, when he gets out and runs the open floor.
Yeah, not to mention his ability to run the break himself. A terrific ball handler, even under pressure, and one of the best passers at the 4 in the league, if not the best.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first.
Griffin doesn't do it as often anymore, but he is still one of the top dunkers in the league. He just rises up and finishes with a lot of power. There was a time when he was good for a poster dunk every game.
Blake Griffin hits them both. And Steve, Griffin's still a fantastic dunker, as you said, but it's something he's done less and less as he's grown as a player.
Yeah, you think of him, and you will, as one of the best dunkers of all time, but he's not really doing that a lot anymore. It's better for his game long-term to switch off trying to slam it home every time and just play the game at a great level.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, with the Hornets' length and mobility at the 2 through 4 positions, the team switches a lot defensively. Coach Steve Clifford said, you have to deal with mismatches at times, but it makes defense simpler. With those guys, they're all big enough, strong enough, and competitive enough that they're going to battle. Kevin?
And having that kind of versatility on defense is huge. D.A., thank you so much. And he gets the bucket. And it's 6 points for Andre Drummond.
In attack mode inside, the best of Drummond comes out when he's being decisive.
On the wing, Batum. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And as great as Nicholas Batum is, the one issue he's dealt with, Greg, his entire career is staying consistent during games.
And with his skill set, it is hard for Batum to be completely absent. He can play, though, too passively at times when you know what he's capable of. And
One shot.
He's at his best when he is active and aggressive. And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Now here's Griffin. He's coming off a 25-point game against Chicago.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
Walker with it. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. Kicks it to Kaminsky. Now the dish to Batum. From deep, Walker. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Griffin, no one around him. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Griffin's got 12 points in the game.
The mid-range jumper has become a routine part of Blake Griffin's game.
Batum with the ball. Robinson picks him up. Batum against Robinson. Here's Hernangomez. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And the Hornets lead by 15. For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Johnson's shot is off.
He got the space he needed, but just blew the layup. It hurts me to see points lost like that.
Walker dishes to Kid Gilchrist. And Jackson with the block. On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. It's rebounded by Charlotte. To the inside, Hernangomez. And it's sent back by Drummond.
The obvious intimidation factor of Andre. That's 280 pounds flying after your shot. He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Charlotte leading by 13. Now Walker. Pass to Hernangomez. Here's Kaminsky. Off target with his 3. The Pistons have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. They get the rebound. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Hard not to bite on Drummond's pump fake. You have to get up quick to have any chance to contest his shot.
For several years, you've looked at Andre Drummond, and the first word that comes to mind is potential. He is still learning, still developing, certainly, but You know, you wonder, Steve, if he's starting to approach the type of player he's going to be in Plateau.
You know, let's be clear. He's a great player, but people might have overshot what he could have been. Needs to play with a bit more urgency, but he's still young, and he can make another leap in his play.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And we see the game of basketball gaining popularity, Steve, around the globe. Do you see a difference in the number of international players in the league now versus, say, when you came into the league?
You know, Kevin, back then I saw it. It was probably 90-10, 90% of guys from United States and then 10% international. That number right now is starting to grow. It is getting closer and closer to 50-50. And the reason why, scouts now with the technology, you can find a guy all over this globe, and guys are coming over here taking the game serious. I think it's going to come down to wherever you're from. If you're fundamentally sound, you have a chance to make it in the NBA.
And you know, Steve, a credit to current NBA and college coaches for making these summertime pilgrimages overseas to teach the kids in Yugoslavia and Serbia and all over the globe about the game of basketball. I think that has also sped up the development, and that's, again, a reflection of the international player coming to the NBA.
You're totally right. The global games and guys got to get a chance to see. I think it really started with the Dream Team, the original Dream Team. Everybody international are loving this game, and I think the players who listen and go out and work on their game, they have a better chance.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mindset, and come back out fresh.
And the Pistons making a change here. Bullock's checked in, and a switcher also for Charlotte. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Jackson passes to Drummond. To the left wing. Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Good eyes by Drummond. He's working on this. Spots the open man, delivers the dime.
Jackson against Walker. Now here's Kaminsky. Not a lot of room. Inside. It's deflected and stolen by Drummond. Here's Bullock, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. That's a foul on Charlotte. Pistons have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Free throw good. Bullock. So for the Pistons, Langston Galloway comes in for Robinson. And it's Calderon in for Jackson. And so he hits both. Hornets leading by 6. Here's Walker. They set the screen. Here's Lamb, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Detroit. The Hornets have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Always with the great vision. Calderon still one of the best at finding the open man.
Hornets leading by 6. And Walker kicks to Kaminsky. Now here's Lamb. D right on him. He dishes it to Walker. A beautiful reverse layup. Walker's got 6.
Wow. With the defense bearing down on him, he calmly flips in the reverse.
And, well, Detroit shooting it quite well. 52% from the field in the second quarter. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Calderon.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Outside, Batum. He kicks it to Walker. On the wing, Lamb bangs home the trifecta. 5 points in the game.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now here's Calderon. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Good on the shot. And with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Bullock.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Outside, Walker. There's the triple. Walker missing again.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Griffin's got space, and there's another one for the Pistons.
Blake is okay with the catch-and-shoot jump shot, looking comfortable.
Charlotte leading by 5. 32 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Batum. Great D that time from Griffin.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Calderon, that's good.
We've seen this from Calderon, a high percentage three-point shooter when he can get a decent look.
Now here's Batum. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. 4 seconds left. Walker. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Hornets lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here was Stan Van Gundy. Coach, you trailed early on, but what changed to get your guys into a rhythm?
You know, we just kept fighting. I don't know what changed. We just started playing. Our guys will keep playing. I know that.
Thanks for your time, Stan. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They have a 2-point lead. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the 3, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the 3 ball, way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. You look at Blake Griffin in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. Jackson is out there with Robinson. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Griffin. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple shots. You are in rhythm.
Drummond the screen. Jackson against Walker. Stolen by Walker. Outside, Batum. Here's Hernangomez. Doesn't go for him. The Pistons go the other way with it. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Robinson.
That's how you play the game. Draw 2 defenders, kick it out to the wide-open man for a bucket.
And so here's Charlotte following the bucket by the Pistons. Johnson against Kid Gilchrist. They set the pick. Kaminsky, the pass to Hernangomez. Clock at 4. Batum with the 3. Some solid defense from Robinson. And Stanley Johnson, the youngster out of Arizona, grew up in Los Angeles where he was the high school player of the year. You know, Steve, he hasn't had the easiest time adjusting to the NBA, but he certainly has room to improve, and right now the offense just isn't there for him.
You know, the question is, people are saying, is time ticking away for Stanley to prove that he's a rotation player? He's kind of predictable on offense. People pushes him to go right because he only goes right. Just hasn't developed the way the team was hoping for.
That one goes in, and that's now 6 points for Frank Kaminsky. Pistons trail by 4. Robinson kicks to Jackson. Drummond a screen to the inside. Johnson with it. Picked up by Kid Gilchrist. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 6. The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. There's the pick. Walker goes in, loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Jackson dishes to Drummond. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Johnson down low. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Hernangomez passes to Walker. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Back to Walker. Pass to Batum. Dishes to Kaminsky and stolen by Drummond. Johnson outside. Outside for Robinson. And the pass to Griffin. Back to Robinson. Johnson sets the screen for Robinson. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, Detroit with a fresh 24. And no good that time. Charlotte leading by 4. And Batum kicks to Walker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Johnson. The Hornets haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. No good on the free throw. Pachulia, he's checked in for the Pistons. John Lure comes in for Blake Griffin. And then for Charlotte, Zeller, he's checked in for Hernangomez. Williams comes in for Kaminsky. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Nicholas Batum. That one is no good.
I can't believe he missed those shots. Wow, he is usually lights out from there.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Parker. Lure the screen. Here's Johnson. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Monk's checked in for Kemba Walker. Here's Jackson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Oh, the big man rocking the rim. Good aggressive finish right there.
And usually he leaves those to his teammates.
Well, he saw an opportunity to slam it down, and he seized it.
Here's Jackson following the bucket by the Hornets. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. To end the drought, and the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Pachulia. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Parker kicks to Monk. Zeller against Pachulia. Zeller dishes to Monk. Over Robinson. The shot by Monk is no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Hornets leading by 4. It's Kidd-Gilchrist on the wing. Inside. From 10 feet out. And he can't bank that one in. And, well, Detroit shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Jackson against Kidd-Gilchrist. Fires from 18. The second effort. And no good that time.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
What I love is he takes the right angle, affects the shot without fouling.
Now here is Robinson after the miss from Malik Monk. Pachulia with a clean look. Detroit no good that time either.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Now Johnson after the missed 3 from Malik Monk. Jackson kicks to Johnson. That one off the back iron and out.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Parker. Robinson pulls it in.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
Feeds it to Lure. Johnson the screen. Lure the pass to Jackson. It's good.
Good defense. Jackson could have passed out of it, but showing confidence in his jumper.
Charlotte's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Parker outside. Pass to Williams. Tries to snap the cold streak, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play. You know, Stephen, I think of Stan Van Gundy, I think of versatile, because we all know he's the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, but he's in charge of all their personnel moves, too. This guy's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, he does. I mean, when you start to look at it, he's wearing 2 hats. And one thing, he's doing a good job trying to run this organization from a management standpoint and also from a coach's standpoint. So far, so good for Stan.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Stanley Johnson. Langston Galloway comes in for Robinson. And it's Calderon in for Reggie Jackson. That's good from Williams. Pistons trail by 5. And here's Calderon. They set the pick. Lure dishes to Calderon. And Lure kicks to Calderon. To the left side wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Galloway. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Hornets leading by 5. Here's Lamb. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. And, well, Detroit shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Calderon, no good. They've shared the load offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Here's Bullock, the tray, and Jose Calderon gets the three. Calderon's got 6.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And here we go. Calderon heading to the hoop. No good. That would have tied it. And for the Hornets, they're shooting 43% for the game. Monk with the ball. 7 points in the game. Here's Parker. Good on the baseline, Jay. He's got 11.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Galloway, the pass to Lure. The Pistons working the ball around now. There's the feed to Calderon. A second chance effort. Williams with the block.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Calderon kicks to Galloway. Back to Calderon. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Hornets leading by 4. Kicks it to Lamb. A dish now to Zeller. Pass to Monk. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 6.
And one of the more underrated elements of his game. This is a guy that's always in control. Love seeing him finish even with the contact.
Here's Galloway. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Shoots. Lure can't hit. Charlotte has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Williams. Here's Zeller to the left side wing. Monk off target from three-point range.
Oh, you can tell he's frustrated to get that good of a look from 3, and he didn't make it.
Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. And then Monk with the dunk.
I tell you, Monk can fill it up in a hurry. Well, once he gets on fire, the D knows they're going to be in for a long night.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Griffin's checked in for Lure. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Kaminsky's checked in. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter of the game. Picked by Pachulia. Here's Galloway, covered by Lamb. Galloway with the bucket.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Hornets leading by 6. Now Parker. He's got 11. Picked by Zeller. Here's Lamb. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And that's now 8 points for Lamb.
The veteran eyes see all. Frenchie with the tremendous look to make that play happen.
Pass to Griffin. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. Great D that time from Griffin. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Bullock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Bullock. Drummond's checked in for Detroit. And then for Charlotte, Hernan-Gomez is checked in for Zeller. And it's Batum in for Marvin Williams. And so Bullock nails both of them. Hornets leading by 7. 29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. They set the pick. Parker dishes to Lamb. Tipped away. And now the Pistons fast break. Bullock kicks to Galloway. Drummond a screen, dishes it to Griffin. Over Kaminsky, and it's wide right, hits off the rim. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this. Let's listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
We need to make solid plays, okay? Solid plays, aggressive plays, but solid plays, all right?
Wanting to keep up the energy here, Stan Van Gundy would also like to add a dose of greater efficiency.
You know, it's a delicate balance. To perform your best, you need to go 100%, but also be in control while doing it.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Walker and Batum teaming up in the backcourt. Jeremy Lamb out there with Kaminsky. And it's Hernan-Gomez in at the center position. Charlotte leading by 7. Here's Batum. And Walker kicks to Batum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Batum's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Charlotte.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Calderon kicks to Griffin. That's tipped. And there it is for him. The Hornets shooting here about 46% for the game. The pass to Kaminsky. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Drummond a screen. Calderon kicks to Bullock. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Good pick by Andre. His athleticism to get in position, the threat to roll off, reason why that play works.
And stolen by Drummond. Oh, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back there.
Oh, okay,
wow.
Okay.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Now here's Lamb. He dishes it to Kaminsky. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good D by Drummond. Pistons trail by 3. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
It's stolen by Kaminsky. Here's Walker, and the layup's good off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. Robinson comes in for Langston Galloway, and it's Jackson in for Jose Calderon. Kid Gilchrist is checked in for Charlotte. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy told the team. He said, hey, we're still in this thing. We just have to trust each other out there. Be aggressive, stay together, and play as a team. We're coming back and winning this one. Pretty confident words, Kevin.
Here's Walker. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Jackson passes to Drummond. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Hornets leading by 5. And it's Walker penetrating. Poked loose. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Pistons have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Jackson dishes to Griffin. And it's blocked.
And nothing's been easy for them, especially in this half.
Tries again. A shot by Batum, no good. The Pistons shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Out to the right wing. Here's Drummond, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. To the middle, off the screen. That doesn't go either for Griffin. Charlotte leading by 5. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Walker. There's the pick. Just 4 to shoot. That one goes. Count it. 8 points for Frank Kaminsky.
Strong move at the rim. Overpowers the smaller defender.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Kaminsky's got 8 rebounds in this game. Walker against Jackson. Walker the pass to Hernan Gomez. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. The shot's good. Griffin's got 26 points.
They got to feed Griffin the basketball. He has it going so far down in the low block.
Off the pick. Oh!
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Now, here is Robinson. Outside Jackson. Drummond a screen. Jackson down low, working on Walker. Griffin dishes to Drummond. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists now in this one. To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And that one misses.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Here's Griffin, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Griffin's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Now here's Walker. It's stolen by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Detroit making a switch here. Pachulia's checked in. Here's Jackson. Picked by Pachulia. With the floater. No good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. It's good.
No clue how he got that one to fall. And when you look at Kid Gilchrist, and he is certainly known for his ability to defend and attack the rim. He's a terrific athlete, and he uses that athleticism on both sides of the floor, and just a prototype when you look at that hybrid forward position.
They throw good, Michael Kid Gilchrist. And you look at the size and game of Kid Gilchrist, he is the opposite of what most GMs look for in that 3 spot. But Greg, he makes it work.
Yeah, I mean, most teams want a tall 3 that can stretch the floor. Kid Gilchrist isn't that, but still gets playing time because he's effective when on the floor. If you play defense like he does, you're going to find a way to get on the floor.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Got a piece of it. They recover it. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Pachulia. For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the 4th, sinking the majority of their shots. Here's Walker at the top of the key, Hernangomez. Batum attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Batum's got 19 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
There's a screen by Robinson. Pachulia the pass to Jackson. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
And Reggie Jackson, the Boston College Eagle, when he is on the floor, you can see how he acts as a spark plug for his team. Steve, a very creative player whose big strength is getting things going on offense.
And wherever Reggie's been, he's been great in that role of catalyst. When he's injured, you can see how the offense changes. Very underrated as a playmaker in this league.
That's good from Jackson.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And here is Parker. And Batum kicks to Parker. Kaminsky sets the pick for Parker. Comes up empty off the pick.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Offline with his 3.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
From 12 feet out. No good on that one.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Jackson against Parker. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. Back to Parker. Charlotte moving the ball around. Batum against Jackson. And that one, good. Batum's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
He's scoring down low. He's shooting from the perimeter, and we know he's dunking a lot of them. Griffin is doing it all.
Batum with the ball. Here's Hernan Gomez. Rebound, Detroit.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Jackson.
After putting up zeros in the first half, he is making up for it big time now.
Now, here's Batum. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Batum. Pistons trail by 6. Jackson kicks to Griffin, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
That's a big bucket for Blake. Teammates have to love that shot.
Charlotte shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. There's the screen. Batum attacking. He got right to the cup using that screen. Batum's got 14 points now in the second half.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Griffin inside. Kaminsky's there. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Parker right side. Here's Hernan Gomez. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. The Pistons shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Jackson with it. Picked up by Kid Gilchrist. Feeds it to Griffin. From 11 feet away. That misses off the backboard. Charlotte leading by 8. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Parker kicks to Batum. Passes to Hernan Gomez. Second shot opportunity. High arcing shot. That shot no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Robinson against Batum. 30 seconds left in the game. The jump hook. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
The feed to Parker. Here's the screen. Back to Hernangomez. He kicks to Parker. Makes it off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 10.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 10. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole it's hard to climb out of.
You know, this part of the game, focus on good execution. The rest will take care of itself.
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. Calderon has the open look, and he's good on the three ball.
An efficient jump shooter, Calderon, showing us how it's done with the catch and shoot.
And so it's Charlotte with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.